Good morning, students. Sit down, sit down. Today we will learn integration by substitution. Right? It is not general integration. We have to do some substitution in order to carry out the integration. It cannot be done simply, but we have to take some variables while doing a question. And little bit of idea on derivative is required. Little bit of idea on derivative is required. Now, how to do such questions? How to do such questions? Let's see. 2x by 1 plus x square into dx. In this question, you will mark properly. It is not coming directly to any formula. Integration of x dx is there. Integration of 1 by x dx is there. Integration of x square dx is there. Integration of 2x dx is possible. But I have given what? 2x by 1 plus x square. So you will know that we have to do some substitution in order to do this question. Now what substitution we will do? Now we are left with two functions here, f of x and g of x. It is of the form f of x and g of x. If you will see properly, this is the form f of x divided by g of x. So what is my f of x? 2x. My f of x is equal to 2x. And what is my g of x? G of x is equal to 1 plus x square. 1 plus x square. Now the question arises, how will we do this question? Our rule is, anyway we will try to do one substitution so that we will be able to solve this question. So what we will do? We will do let 1 plus x square equal to t. Let 1 plus x square equal to t. If we will take 1 plus x square equal to t and we will differentiate both sides, we will differentiate both sides with respect to x. Why we are differentiating with respect to x? Because here dx is written. Here dx is written. So what is the derivative of 1 plus x square? Derivative of 1 is 0. Derivative of x square is 2x with respect to x, and derivative of t is dt by dx. Derivative of t is dt by dx. Right. So what we are getting? 2x is equal to dt by dx. 2x equal to dt by dx. If we will take dx this side, what we will get? 2x into dx is equal to dt. 2x into dx equal to dt. Now see, here 2x dx is there. Here what is there? 2x dx is already there in the question. So in place of 2x dx, can we write dt? We can write. In place of 2x dx, we can write dt. What is left? 1 by 1 plus x square. But 1 plus x square, what I have taken? T. 1 plus x square I have taken as t. So we can write 1 by t dt. 1 by t dt. Now we have got a formula. Integration of 1 by x dx is log x plus c. Similarly, integration of 1 by t dt will be equal to log t plus c. So here the answer will be equal to log t plus c. Answer will be equal to log t plus c. But what was t? The value of t was 1 plus x square. Value of t was 1 plus x square. So what is my answer? Log 1 plus x square plus c. This is my final answer. Log of 1 plus x square plus c. So you saw, by taking 1 plus x square equal to t, by substituting, we were able to solve this question. All of you will write this question later on. Let us see few more questions on this. Let us have a look on this question. Log x whole square divided by x dx. log x whole square divided by x dx. Again, if you see properly, this question looks somewhat like this. How does it look like? It again looks like f of x by g of x. Again, it looks like f of x by g of x. But if you see properly, in the numerator a square is also there. In the numerator what is there? A square is also there. So we will write like this, f of x square by g of x. F of x square by g of x. Now here what substitution we will take? Right. There are two options. I can take x as t. I can take log x as t. Right. If I take x as t, then the question will not be solved. So what we will do? Let log x equal to t. Let log x equal to t. Again, what we will do? Differentiating both sides with respect to x. Now what is the derivative of log x? The derivative of log x is 1 by x. The derivative of log x is 1 by x. Right. And what is the derivative of t with respect to x? dt by dx. Derivative of t with respect to x is dt by dx. Right. Now if we take dx this side, what will get? 1 by x into dx is equal to dt. 1 by x into dx equal to dt. Now the question arises, how to apply in this question? How to substitute in this question? Now what we'll do, can we write like this, log x whole square into 1 by x dx. Any problem? Log x whole square into 1 by x dx. But what is the value of 1 by x dx? dt. So in place of 1 by x dx, we can simply write dt. So here we'll write dt. What was log x? Log x I took as t. Log x I took as t. So what I'll write? T square dt. Now it is in a formula. We know that integration of x to the power n dx formula is x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. Isn't it? So integration of t square dt will be how much? T to the power 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. So what I get? T to the power 3 divided by t plus c. T to the power 3 divided by 3 plus c. But what was t? Log x. So my answer is log x cube plus c. Log x whole to the power 3 plus c. See, these two are total different questions. Log x cube divided by 3 plus c. Here I took the substitution as log x. Now you might be thinking, how sir is knowing? Right. In order to know, you should have a good idea on derivative. In the question anyway you will search that anywhere derivative is there or not. For example, if I take x as t, the derivative will be 1 and 1 is nowhere in this question. But if I take log x as t, I will get 1 by x as derivative, which is there in the question. In all these questions we will see somehow some derivative must be there in the question. Right. Let us see this one. Square root of ax plus b dx. Again, no direct formula is there. Right. This question is of which form? It looks somewhat like this. Square root of a function. Right. So here we are left with no option but to take ax plus b as t. What will take as t? Ax plus b. Let us take ax plus b equal to t. Then what will do? Differentiate both sides with respect to x. With respect to x. So what is the derivative of ax? A goes outside, x derivative is 1. A goes outside, x derivative is 1. b derivative is 0 because b is a constant, and t derivative with respect to x is dt by dx, dt by dx. Now we can take dx this side. So what we'll get? A into dx is equal to dt. A into dx is equal to dt. That means dx is equal to dt by a. Dx equal to dt by a. Now my question arises, what will do? Adjustment here. Here variable is x. I have to change everything to t. I have to change everything to t because t is my new variable, new substitution. So how will the question change now? The question will change to integration of ax plus b is t. So what will I write? Root over of t. Root over of t. What is dx? dt by a. In place of dx, what will write? dt by a. Will write dt by a. Then a will go outside. So 1 by a integration of square root of t dt. Right? Square root of t means t to the power half. Square root of t means t to the power half. So 1 by a t to the power half dt. Now already we have a formula, right? Integration of x to the power n dx, x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 by c. So what will get? 1 by a t to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. So what is my final answer? 1 by a t to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 is t to the power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. So by t by 3 becomes 2 by 3, becomes 2 by 3 plus c, plus c. But what is t? What is t? Ax plus b. So what will write? In place of t, my answer as 2 by 3a. In place of t, ax plus b whole to the power 3 by 2 plus c. This is my final answer. Right? So anyway, we are doing all questions by substitution. Different substitution we are doing for different type of question. Let us see another one. This question is interesting. X into root over of 1 plus 2x square dx. X into root over of 1 plus 2x square dx. Right? Now here what we will try to take as t. Obviously this is looking more complicated than this. 1 plus 2x square is looking a difficult and a complicated thing as compared to x. So what we will do? We will take, let 1 plus 2x square as t. 1 plus 2x square as t. So what we get? Differentiating both sides with respect to x, with respect to x, here dx is there, with respect to x. So 1 derivative is 0, 2x square derivative is 4x, 2x square derivative is 4x, and t derivative is dt by dx, dt by dx. Let us take ds this side. So 4 into x into dx is equal to dt. 4 into x into dx is equal to dt. So what is x dx? What is x dx? It is dt by 4. Now you all will say, sir, why you found x dx? I will say, can we write like this? Root over of 1 plus 2x square. Here x I will write, here dx will I write. Very easy. X instead of writing here I wrote here. Why I am writing like this? Because in place of x dx, what I write? Dt by 4. So what will do? Integration of, in place of x dx, I will write how much? Dt by 4. Dt by 4. Then root over of 1 plus 2x square. But 1 plus 2x square, what I have taken? T. 1 plus 2x square I have taken as t. So here what I write? Root over of t. Root over of t. Then 4 is a constant, will go outside. So what I'll get? 1 by 4 integration of root t dt. Root t means t to the power half. Root t means t to the power half into dt. So what is my answer? So what will be my answer? One by 4 t to the power 1 by 2, t to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c, right? So t to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 is how much? T to the power 3 by 2. So 1 by 4, this is also 3 by 2. It comes here and becomes 2 by 3. Then t to the power 3 by 2 plus c. So my final answer is 1 by 6 t to the power 3 by 2. What is t? 1 plus 2x square. So 1 plus 2x square to the power 3 by 2 plus c. This is my final answer, right? So these are some substitution rule. If you are unable to know which one is substitution, you will take the more complicated things as substitution. Understood?